Okay, now, crystal ball gazing, 2011. How does 2011 look for Wendy Higgins, your business? You must talk about what you think is going to happen. Will there be lots of people moving? Will there be confidence? Will people start to see prices rise? What does Wendy Higgins think?
I think we will be busier because of the consolidation in our industry. I think it'll just take us longer to do each loan, but we'll get through that. I think things will settle down. It's like anything that is new, it's a bit harder, takes a bit longer. Once you've used to doing it every day of the week, it's easy. I think the banks will have more of an appetite for lending. I think that prices will stay where they are or increase slightly in South Australia particularly. South Australia, we just go along, and then every now and again we have to catch up a bit, and then we slow down a bit, and we don't have the highs and lows, which is great. I mean, I'm all for investing in property in South Australia, but we won't get into the land tax issue here.
Yes. Yeah.
With structuring, I mean, that's something we recommend people go to their accountant and make sure they have the right structure when they're buying investment property, that sort of thing. So I've got a fantastic accountant who I've known for 35 years. But I'm looking forward to it. There'll be challenges, definitely, but we've survived everything in the last 13 years. We've seen it get tough, and now it's getting a bit easier again, so we'll be there, and yeah, great.
Now, Wendy, to just wrap up on, give me one Wendy Higgins tip for those that are thinking about getting into investing in property, because you are one of the biggest investors in South Australia. What's your one tip for someone thinking of getting into investing?
Know your numbers. So until you know your numbers, there's no point in going looking, no point at all. So you need to see a good mortgage broker, get your loan pre-approved, be comfortable with how much you can afford, especially for investment property. I haven't found one yet that's positive geared, not in South Australia, not in the metropolitan area anyway. Get your pre-approval, and then be out there and mention that we've done your loan to the agent. They'll love it because they know that that will be okay, and offer an unconditional contract. I mean, that's what the big thing out there at the moment is, offering unconditional, because you might get it a little bit cheaper, or you'll get it at the price they're asking. You can have a 30-day settlement. Definitely, if you've got a pre-approval, you've already taken a week out of the loan application process because you've got the pre-approval. So we just want everybody to be out there getting pre-approvals. I mean, I just ring the agent and say thank you for selling that property to my client. That's fantastic, because I've saw people yesterday, I had pre-approval since February and renewed it again, and they've finally found investment property.
Fantastic.
So it's great. We hung in with them, 20 phone calls in the meantime, but hung in with them, and it's great to see them. They're really happy. Look, the first investment property is the hardest. I can remember when we bought ours 12 years ago, and it was very terrifying and daunting, but now it's like falling off a log. So you've just got to get out there and get started.
Now, I know I said one more question, but from that question, something I get asked all of the time, and you might be able to answer this. How much under the asking price would you offer? What's your recommendation to people?
Well, what I do is look up RP data and see how long the property has been on the market, and see if it has been dropping. There are properties that have been on the market for 10 months that haven't dropped at all. And I've said, well, it doesn't look like they're going to take any less. Obviously, they're not in a hurry to sell. So that's a good indication to me. If it was originally marketed 440 to 460 and now it's 420 to 440, I'd probably just say offer 410. I mean, it's an offer, it's a starting point. Mm-hmm. You may get it if it's an unconditional offer. There might have been 2 other contracts on that property that have fallen over because of finance. So the vendor's ready to, know after 2 days of cooling off that it's an unconditional contract. And so not much under. I mean, we do the other average sales as a median sales for that suburb as well. So we're not pitching them to, but it's up to the client at the end of the day what they're prepared to pay for that property. But we're just there to give them a bit of advice.
So Wendy, buy property?
Buy property, definitely buy property, lots of.
Wendy Higgins, congratulations. You're a great South Australian. Thanks for being a part of Fireside Chat.
Thank you, Anthony.